Thus begins the Friday. Oh, how you doing, Yusuf? Good. Just thank you. Thanks the vids for the appreciation on YouTube. Yusuf Salim. Good to see you. There's plenty more streams happening. What about today for the first people who are afraid seeing it for the first time? I don't know. Pretty much on the regular, I think. We're going to go for an extended flight. And then I'm just going to play guitar a little bit. I don't even feel like singing today. It's just one of those days. Here's the Diet Coke, though. It's pretty. I just poured it. It's icy. When I needed that. We're going to have a Bluetooth controller festival featuring this Bluetooth Blue controller, whatever. And it's going to be some Microsoft Flight Simulator, as you know. Take a few minute break. Where are we going to go? What are we going to fly in? I don't know. But yes, my planes are interesting and my choices are interesting. I was actually flying around yesterday and I had this beautiful flight and I'm just like, shoot, I'm going to just do it again. But that'll just be the first part of it. That'll be like the first 20-minute flight. And then we'll do, or 20 or 30 minutes, then we'll do a second flight. It's going to be a solid hour. And again, the second flight, I have no idea where we're going to go. In fact, first half, I barely know where we're going to go. I might change my mind. I don't know. But I do want to get to it because that's my content, you know. I'm not, you know, I realized I'd like to just sit here and talk. Actually, I wouldn't like to just sit here and talk. Oh, no, the Diet Coke is an absolutely necessary part of it. As I like to say, the stream is powered by Diet Coke. It is not sponsored by Diet Coke in that I have to pay for the Diet Coke. But it is still powered by Diet Coke. Okay, let's move over here. So, this very lovely little flight we're going to do here is from a Mono Lake, this tiny little airport, Mono Lake here, up into some very, very scenic hills area. And if we get lucky, we're going to try to do a little romantic landing on a high mountain lake, crystal clear high mountain lake. In the Icon A5, we've chosen the black Icon A5 specifically for its ability to take off from an airstrip, land on the water at some very possibly isolated place, because anywhere where there's enough water, and it doesn't need much. And you know, for fun, it's an easy plane to cold start, and I do enjoy the cold start. It's basically designed as the, you know, it's kind of like a car, a symbol to fly as a car, although it also doesn't have a autopilot, but that's fine. I enjoy flying the plane. You know what I mean? We're going to fly the plane today. Absolutely. Hopefully the weather will be good. The weather was good yesterday, and I like to keep the real-time weather on. It should be good, but if not, I might have to alter it, because you're going to want to see this terrain. It's quite pretty. We're going to be ascending a lot along because even though we start pretty high up, these are some pretty tall mountains. And this particular plane can only do about 500 feet per minute. So we are limited to get where we want by the ability for this plane to climb. But we have plenty of fuel. We're going to get where we're going. Let's get started and going. We don't need a pushback or anything. We just need to turn our master battery on. We're going to check that our electronics are working. Hold on one quick second here. Perfecto. You got my work email up here. Occasionally I respond to. All right, let's see what we got here. Strobe lights on, navigation lights on, taxi lights on. Turn the transponder to standby. I think there's a, okay, parking brake is on. Yeah, there's a fuel valve, which is off. This, by the way, this plane has a parachute in real life, but it's not functional. Let's start her up. Voila. Oops. Is this working here? Hold on. It is not. Let me check one thing real quick here. Controls, options. Yeah, I needed to set my... I had this for the Dornier. That has to be there. Apply and save. Just make sure. That way I can control. I have this throttle quadrant there, and I can control. I'll basically have a throttle. I don't only have one control there. All right, don't worry about this dude. He'll be fine. Let's start making our way to the airport. This is a tiny little airport right next to Mono Lake in California. We're going to be heading, I think, basically west.
Oscar 24 traffic KNSH 9er, taking off runway 15 departure to the west.
It's okay. We're going to put the map on here, probably. It's an uncontrolled airport, so basically you just announce what they're going to do. There's no radio tower. There's no tower. I guess, you know, there's radio, but there's no control tower. So obviously pretty small airplanes are going to operate out of here. But it does look like we are blessed once again with a beautiful day out here by Mono Lake. Central California, sort of South Central California, somewhere in that range. But a very comfortable plane for 2 people. And again, it's amphibious. It can land on the water, as you can see from the shape down there, and take off again. And it's based on a real plane, the Icon A5. There aren't too many of them. I looked like how many have they sold or made. They really haven't made too many. I'm not 100% sure, you know, in the real world how popular it would be. Okay, we're going to head out. I guess it's kind of southwest, but let's just say west here. We're announcing we're leaving. Okay, flaps to there. Start getting some juice going here. Here's what it looks like from here. We'll get some power going here. Pretty easy plane to fly. If it were hard to fly, nobody would buy it at all, because it's not that practical, only being able to hold 2 people. Okay, hold on 1 second here. Another email I want to take a quick peek at here. Okay, 1 p.m. on Tuesday. All right. Just they're just scheduling some meetings. All right, keep it going. Okay, full power to the juice, full power to the nacelles. There it goes there. All right, takeoff speed is about 50 knots, so we're ready to go. It does have retractable gear. It has to, because it's going to land on water. So this is Mono Lake here, world famous in California. It's been larger, but it's been smaller too. It's pretty big. All right, we're gonna make this turn here. And where we're heading is this way, southwest. So, and this is where we came from. This little airport here, the south part of Mono Lake. Pretty good sized runway. Okay, we're taking the flaps in. But basically, what happens is there's a little road that comes west or south and southwest from Mono Lake here. This road here that we're going to start following, but it's a pretty, you know, it's a pretty major route between that kind of cuts across California here. So it's a pretty good sized road, and it's going to go across this plane. Meanwhile, we're going to try to gain some altitude. I've got to set my trim here, which is there. Trim should be around there. Okay, bring the engine down just a little bit. We're going to need all the power we need. But basically, it makes it easy to know where we're going, because there's really only one road out of this area, and this is it. All right, we're going to need, probably not going to need this up anymore. But as you can see, give it some time. You know, I might be kind of quiet this trip, and we'll just kind of listen to the plane doing its thing. You can see up ahead, there's some mountainous areas, and that's where we're heading. The first thing to see over there is, what is that over there? I didn't even notice this. There's like a reservoir over there, but it's not that exciting. Now this plane, it can, basically we started at almost at about 7,000 feet in the air. We started well over a mile up. We're at 7,500 feet now. But the mountains ahead, as you can tell, are quite a bit of ways above us. They go up to about 12,000, 13,000 feet. So basically what we want to do is establish a constant, about 600 feet per minute. There's that, see on the lower right, there's a vertical speed indicator. We want that right around 600. You can also see the gauges here. They're very simplified. Trying to, you know, look more like a car, but you also want to check your water temperature, oil pressure. RPM is a little high, but we're going to be climbing for a while. It'll be fine. RPM is that one on the lower right. You know, and fuel, half a tank, but more than enough for this relatively short 25-minute flight that we'll be taking here. But you're going to get to see some interesting parts of California that are very desolate. Not very many people live in there, and mountainous for the, you know, for the obvious reason. They're just, you know, it's hard to get anywhere. Yeah, this is called Lee Vining, this airport over here, and that's Mono Lake. Or Mono Lake, I believe. Sometimes it's supposed, I think the correct pronunciation is Mono. It's like an Indian name or something. Anyway, how is everyone doing it? Today, boy, it's been a long week, but there's always more. You know, we got work. I got work to do. It didn't feel well on Tuesday. I think I took what? I took Monday off. Wasn't feeling well on Monday. Or Wednesday? I don't know. I felt better Wednesday. I feel okay today. So what's our speed here? Yeah, that's about the best we're going to do. Okay, Grant Lake. No, we're not going to land there. We're going up into the mountains. So we're headed basically south from Mono, but we're going to kind of turn, I think. Kind of to the left here. Basically, all we got to do is follow the road. There's a couple more lakes we're going to see. That's the road I'm talking about here. It's a pretty big highway. You know, I don't know which highway it is. I could probably look that up on maps there. So, probably we'll do this for about an hour, second half of the show. Gonna whip out the guitar. Just play guitar for a bit. I haven't really played guitar for a while. Trying to see who's streaming today. We had a lovely stream from Mistress Mord. I wonder if there's a possibility that Bella will stream later. I always like to start earlier because that way when the people stream, when I start wanting to watch, when they start streaming, I can watch them. So California, I mean, you just it's got so many different kinds of areas. There's another little lake there. One of the cool thing is that because the bottom, the shape of this, and this plane is designed to land on water. Anytime you see water, you could be like, I could probably land there, and take off too, unless it's just a puddle. But anything like that, certainly you could. But we're gonna find something higher up to land on. I wonder if anybody's gonna be flying around with me. I forget what this airport is called that we just took off from. It's what's it called? Oh no, Lee Vining, Ove 24. And there's another tiny airport here, Mammoth Yosemite Mammoth Lakes. I don't think we'll need to land there. There's a bunch of little these high lakes. You'll see. It's pretty crazy. But I guess Mammoth is what you'd call this part of California. We are going to stay kind of high up at this point, and it's only because the terrain starts rising. I mean, we're at 9,000 feet. Okay, maybe we'll stay we'll stay around here. It's a little high up. We don't need to get much higher. But eventually we will have to climb quite a bit, being that the mountains are substantially higher than that, and these mountain lakes are even higher than that. They're not super far, but it's a good 20-minute flight to where I want to go. Where's it in there? Which one is that one? Hold on one second here. Okay. Yeah, I think it's kind of this direction. I want to go. You want to head this way into the high parts here. It's kind of downtown, yeah, this is where I went last time. There's still a road, but it's more of a mountain road. You'll see it in a second. Very, very pretty area there. Okay, yeah, we're back kind of on track, I think, for where I wanted to head out. But yeah, just a nice little low-level flight in the little Icon A5. Pretty plain. There we are, just kind of vibing out in the A5. What does it say on the side? Light Sport. I guess that's class. Yeah, this is the more interesting terrain, I think, here. There's still roads down there, but they're much smaller. And I guess a little community on that lake there. Yeah, I don't really know where I am, but that's fine. I can see that these are pretty high mountains. I'm gonna see if there's like a road that goes up here. In any case, we'll figure it out. There will definitely be something to land on, and it won't be land. It'll be a really tiny little lake at the top of this area here. They go way up to the top. I mean, these lakes, they form quite high up. Right, we're at almost 10,000 feet, but we're gonna have to get quite a bit higher. Cheers, by the way, Diet Coke. I am looking forward to the weekend, which is starting soon. There's a little community there. It probably looks like a ski area. I don't know. I mean, it can't be. It's not that easy. Not that accessible. But yeah, it's suddenly becoming. This is where we came from. There you can see Mono Lake over there. We went ahead like basically southwest here. That's still Mono Lake, which is a very high lake. It's 7,000 feet or 6,800 feet up or something. And then there's these little mountain lakes here, and then there's this like chain. They just get higher and higher up. But yeah, no, nothing around here. We'll keep flying for a while though. It gets even more dramatic. Some of these mountains have like a little peak name associated with them, but I don't see any of these, so we still got a ways to go. I mean, there's some down there. But yeah, these are very placid. That's Lake Placid. No, I don't think it's Lake Placid, but it looks placid. It looks placid enough. Pretty. Probably a lot of wildlife down there. Alright, how are we going to get out of here, though? This is pretty steep. We're just going to have to maintain our climb at like 500 feet per minute here. We're fine. Get out this little exit area here. Then we're going to have to turn left somehow. We'll figure it out. I'm just, you know, I just can't magically fly over these mountains. This little plane. But I can tell you, wow, this lake is almost like, over 9,000 feet. There's a lot of them, and that's not even the highest one we're going to get to. I can start feeling the plane, we get to these high altitudes, the engine becomes a lot less efficient because the air is so thin. When the wings have a lot more trouble pulling up. Again, we're like way high up. I like to try to kind of being in altitude. Now this plane's not pressurized, so in the real world it's going to be cold and not that comfortable at these very high altitudes. You probably wouldn't want to exceed about 6,000 feet in the real world on an unpressurized airplane. You can kind of tell it's unpressurized just from the design of the windows, how they're just kind of like big like that. They'd have to be smaller. Okay, so what's up here? Can we get out that way? Maybe. This is the Sierra Nevada mountains. I mean, this is kind of the backbone of the Sierra Nevada mountains, I think, here. I think on the other side it's all downhill. No, let's try going this way. Let's kind of make a left turn here. Actually, what does it look like on the map here? Yeah, we want to go left eventually here. I think our best bet is to kind of go this way here. Alright. This way. We're trying to keep some vertical speed up here. This is interesting. I've never seen any of this stuff before. Even though I kind of went in this area yesterday, it's pretty big. So I didn't see the same things. I don't know which way I went. I think I might have gone that way, kind of south there. I have to go that way. I don't know though. Might have been this way. In any case, beautiful mountain stuff. Can't really see something. But yeah, we could easily land on a high lake like that. But I wonder if we can find something that's even higher up. I'll look at my little map here, see what's kind of come up in terms of little. You can see there's a lot of water. I don't want to right into this mountain, though. See, that direction, there isn't much of anything. This direction, there is some stuff. There's a lot of little ones. That's definitely more than big enough right there. There's like a little puddle there. That's not big enough in here, though. Let's see what's on the other side. Just doing some mountain. Let's see, here's what it looks like from here. There's the left side. Little mountain flying. It's not really that safe. And the main reason is you need an oxygen system if you're not in a pressurized plane. Because at high altitudes you're likely to lose. We're at 12,000 feet. You know, you're likely to lose the ability to make good decisions to fly the plane. Yeah, I don't know. That'd probably be ice. I don't think that'd be really water there. But yeah, as you can see, it's pretty much downhill on the other side here. Most of the way. Well, yeah, pretty much. This is the kind of a backbone. Yeah, this is the spine of the Sierra Nevada mountains. It kind of fly from one side to the other. That's what it looks like. That's this side. It's not quite as dramatic as Mount Everest, which is so much higher, which is, you know, 15,000 feet higher. But still. Alright, is there anywhere like a high mountain lake in this direction? Let's see what we got. It's big enough. There's still a bunch, but there's a lot less actually over here. Where are they? There's a bunch over there. Beautiful, beautiful terrain. I'm sure that mountain has a name, but I don't know what it is. Mountains to the left and mountains to the right. All right, we're gonna land at Mammoth. Now I wanted to land on the water, up like high up. So we're gonna do that. We'll just have to find a good lake. We'll have to go land at the one we passed over here. That's the biggest one in the area. Okay, so how do we get to it now? It's this way. Yeah, this is going to be fine. It's going to be fine. We're going to land at this lake. That one there. Not the little one, the one behind it. The big one. So, okay, it's actually like a couple thousand feet down from where we are. So we're going to lose some altitude. We're going to slow down our engine here. So we don't overspeed, which is 120 knots. But we're going to actually land, and maybe even take off from this little lake down here. Probably no one's around. I mean, there's nothing around here. See what it's like? It's not the most isolated one I've ever seen. Alright, lose some altitude. Lose some speed. We're going to come down this way. We're going to check this mountain out again. Same direction, though. We don't want to hit the rocks, but we do want to get down here. So let's go for full flaps there. Now let's start heading down towards the water here. Now we're not putting landing gear out or anything like that because that wouldn't be useful. We do want to lose some speed so that we can safely land. And as it is, we're going to be towards the end of this little area here. And you can see from this nice shadow here how high we are up above. Oh, that's too fast, though. We got to burn off some speed here. We got plenty of lake. You want to be landing a lot closer to around. Just letting it settle in there. There you go. There we go. Land closer to 50, as it is. All right. Now, most important thing: put your water rudder down. That way we can steer. What? It's crashed into the water. What kind of baloney is that? What kind of baloney is that? That is absolute. We got robbed. All right, we'll do we're gonna do a second mission somewhere completely different in a different plane. It happens, by the way, but you have to anyway. It happened. It's a game bug, okay? We weren't going that much faster than the speed necessary, and plus, I don't want to get into it. Let's fly a different plane, like pretend that never happened. Wait, what were we supposed to see there? Yeah, we're supposed to go more towards this way. Got it. The Blackbeard. Fine. Okay. In fact, no. I almost want to do it again, but I think we'll do it again some other time. Now that I kind of know exactly where I want to go, kind of more a little bit. All right. No, someplace completely different. We don't go in the same place twice, because I'm that kind. We roll that way. Where? I don't know. Not Egypt. Somewhere in somewhere around here. We haven't seen some stuff here. This one here. So we're gonna go here. It's Lecco, Spain. La Coruna. All right, different plane. Change the time of day. Yeah, not all the missions go as well as I'd liked, but I always like to fly a couple of different things. So, yeah, why not? Well, there's so many cool liveries of this. We did the wood one. We did the red one. I don't think we did desert. This one is yellow on the bottom. Looks really cool. There's a bunch. I think we should do this silver one today. I'm not going to need fuel load. We're going to cold start it because it's fun to cold start. And then we're going to head north to whatever this is here. Check it out. All right. That's a mission right there. In my personal opinion. So, if that was not fun, we'll do a third one. But, yeah. Diet Coke's holding up. I need to get more if I need it. No, that was a failure. Especially because when I did it yesterday and I planned it, it was so much better. Which is why I don't want to talk about it. It's fine. There'll be lots more streams. For example, tomorrow and the day after. And the day after that are all stream days. So roughly 11:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And it will be changing because we have daylight savings times coming up. Alrighty, let's see what we got here. Check this wacky plane out. I haven't seen this particular set of colors on it. It's an experimental German bomber from 1944, I guess, or whatever. Or it's a fighter, technically. It's one passenger. 2 jets, though. It's not the exact same one as in Indiana Jones and the Lost Ark. All right, we're going to start it up, and to do that, we got to do some things like opening the fuel valves, making sure all of our circuit breakers are in, turning on the alternators and the fuel pumps. We got that going. Making sure all these are, there's the throttle. That is cracked. Main power is there. And then, of course, we've got to turn our left and right ignition on. You know what? Let's open the canopy. This is what it looks like with the canopy open. It's really cool. This is kind of it says silver. I was hoping to be kind of more reflective and shiny, but it looks pretty kind of basic. It's still really cool. All right. Now, to actually start the engines, you need to go outside the engine and pull the engine starters. So we're going to start engine 2 first, I guess. There it goes. Hopefully. Engine 2. We'll see in a second. I kind of hear something. We'll see on that lower left where it says engine 2 and it says 0%. Hopefully that means it's going to start spinning up. Can you see it spinning? It should say starting, right? Yeah, it says starting engine 2. It takes a while. Let's try starting engine 1, too. Okay, now if we go in here. Oops. Here. The engine's coming on. Those are on. That one's starting to come up for sure. One on the right. What's this here? Pitot heat. Probably should need that. Again, we have. Is there an engine? There's not a. We've turned the fuel pumps on, and these I don't think are issues. What's this here? Ejection. Oh yeah, we want to turn our little radio on. Why not turn this on here? All right. Engine 2, 27% stabilized. Engine 1 is at 3%. These take a little while to get going. But now that the radio's on, we can ask for clearance to leave. Oh, you can see the smoke coming out there. Getting a little smoky. We're going north to whatever it is there's marked on the map. That's the point of it. Makes it easy, because I don't care. Let's do that. Let's do it that way then. There's me in there, by the way. I don't look anything like that dude, which is fine. Alright. We're going to taxi with the little, with the canopy open, so, you know, visibility. We have more engines. How's that? More engine. Parking brakes off. There we go. Parking brakes off. Doesn't steer too well. But we'll figure it out. Watch out for this dude over here. That one there, he seems like a little crazy. Alright. Oh yeah, okay, good. Alright, we're even close to the runway here. And that's the view out that side. This is the view out that side. It's a little jumpy. I've noticed this plane tends to bump, like the wheels aren't perfectly round. Like you'll see it bump every now and then. It's not doing it now. Alright, get down to here. Is this the end of the runway? Can we ask for takeoff clearance? Alright, flaps to like, oh where? There are flaps that will need for takeoff. Now is a good time to close the canopy. Hello? Hold on a second. I'm not going very far if I can't close the canopy. There we go. Canopy closed, ready for takeoff. Let's go. That's the end of the runway. Wait a minute, which way is the runway? It doesn't matter, it's the runway. Plenty of runway. Plane does not need it. Let's see, we got everything closed up. We got the McDonald's window closed up. The fast food, the takeout window. That thing's going nuts. I don't care. Alright, it's going to take a little while for the engines to get on boil, so we got full power there. There it goes. Oh, it's flying, by the way. Alright, gear up. Here's gear. Alright, we're going to head north. And it's just like got that tail, and then that's a silver. It's a kind of an interesting design. Alright, let's power there. Oh, basically, we are heading north. So I'm expecting... Oh, there it is. It's not far. This is northwest Spain. Alright, this one... Now, this is a pretty good sightseeing plane, because it's got nice big windows. Not all planes do, that's for sure. Let's see, is this the best view? Wow, that's crazy. Whoops. Now, I want to stay low, because we're going to be checking out this item of interest. Which I guess is just basically a lighthouse or a tower of some kind. Point of interest, excuse me. It's a very pretty city. I like the way it's designed around the water there. The water feature. Toro de Hercules. I mean, it's got to be a tower, right? The Tower of Hercules? Or is it Torre? It's not Toro. It's not a bull. It's a Torre. Is that a tower? It's got to be. I mean, it is a tower. We'll figure it out. I don't really care. We need any more of this here. So, man, can you imagine flying this plane, all that exposed wiring and kind of just cobbled together stuff, and you'd be like, yeah, hopefully nothing will go wrong. But I do like it. I mean, I've been wanting this plane for a long time, and it went on sale a couple weeks ago. So I'm like, time to pick it up. Time to grab it. The only thing I don't like is the way that artificial horizon uncaged. Don't worry about it. Okay. Torre de Hercule. That's what it looks like from here. Obviously, it's a place you go and you look at the view. Yeah, what we're going to do is stop. Everybody's going to pile out of the plane using their magical parachuting systems. They'll let you go both down and up and in the direction you want to go. And we're going to check out the Torre de Hercules. But also, you can see how it's got a spiral design. Like the walls, the floors are not flat. It's just stairs on the inside. Which is pretty cool. There's nothing on the inside until you get there. As I mentioned, obviously it's a lighthouse. But then you got this cool thing here. Which I was going to say is a compass. But now I don't think it's necessarily a compass. But that's the view you get. Wow. So, you know, on a nice day like today, I'm sure there's a busloads of tourists coming out here to see this. But that's fine. That's what they're for. That's what tourists are for. So that nice places can have nice views. If there weren't tourists, there'd be no nice views in the world. All right, everyone back in the plane. Pretty though. I mean, the whole setting. You know what I mean? Not just that tower there. Of course, now if you come out and it's a rainy, stormy day, you're not going to see anything. All right, how is our experimental aircraft performing? Let's see. Fuel. What are these, by the way? It's landing gear. Flaps. Speed brakes. Those work when you do this. Oh, they do. Okay, good. Good to remember. What's functional on this plane and what's not functional. Okay, is there anything else we can see that's like not too far away? See, in that direction, there's not much. This direction, there's nothing. This direction, there's something down here. Let's see if we can fly down here in the time that we have allotted. We'll just check out the northwest coast of Spain a little bit here. Let's get a little closer to the actual coast. Plane flies quite easy. As I mentioned, that thing where it says artificial horizon uncaged is because of the location of that hotspot, which I think plane designers should avoid putting things there, even if they were there in the real world. So I gotta ding him half a point for that. It's just a usability issue. So if I move a little bit like this way, it goes off. You know, it's kind of just the way I have my settings set up. But if I go back, it's artificial horizon, uncaged. What do I care? Also, can you do something here? You can cage it. Or uncage it. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure there must be a situation where you want to cage it. Okay, there's a quarry or something maybe, I'm thinking. No, maybe not. I don't know. Here's a bay. It's a river. It's a river outlet. A river comes to the ocean. Right here. And they make a little lake effectively. Very nice. I wonder how far away those points of interest are. I mean, they could be 600-700 miles. Actually, they can't be that far. Oh, there's a wind turbine. All right. There is no autopilot, but there is trim, so we should be able to adjust it. The trim for horizontal flight here. What is that? Here's a little more engine. Engines aren't super powerful. What are we doing? 186. Let's stay about level here. There's another wind tower up there. We're gonna head for whatever that is. It can't be that far. Besides, it's a beautiful day. I did change the time of day, but I did not change the weather in northwest Spain. I left it as it is. What's that? Magnetic 233 course 0. I guess that's just telling me what my course is. Okay, then engines. Okay. There's those. That stuff's got to stay on. Fuel. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Okay, I don't want to gain too much altitude. All right, this is pretty. Top of this hill here. So it's some kind of U.S. Army, Air Force, Army flyer kind of thing. I guess, I don't know. Oh yeah, I bet those were just airfields. That's probably the case. That's fine. We're gonna land at an airfield anyway. Why not? Once we've seen enough Northwest Spain, it's time to have fun. And the fun part is takeoff and landings, which is why I don't do a lot of cruising for long distances in a jetliner. All right, this is here. It's 11 miles away. What does it say about it? Okay, it's too short for us to land there. That's called an airfield for a reason. 800 feet of grass. That would be a joke, trying to land there. All right, we took off from Leco, L-E-C-O. And yeah, that one's also an airport. That doesn't have much either. So what about this down here? Santiago. Let's make a turn for Santiago. Well, basically flying over the central, this part of the northwest coast of Spain. But we're gonna head for Santiago, Spain. And in doing so, we're gonna see some interesting parts of the country from overhead. There's a town right there. But we're gonna head a little more this way. It's a ways, but at least it's a big airport. At least we're headed, you know, at least we have a destination in mind. That's the important thing. Okay, it's that dot out there. Thank you for the follow, appreciate it. If you're new to the stream, hold on, my chair's fucked up. It's basically the same content every time. Although I do fly different, I do have a large collection of interesting planes, and I do fly different places every time. Like, I don't think I've flown over this particular part of Spain. And it's certainly not in this plane, this unusual plane. And then, you know, the second half of the stream, I give you fair warning. You got 3 minutes to hit that mute button or just get the hell out, because that's why I switched to music. You know what I mean? Today I'm just going to play the guitar. I feel like my singing voice, I need to give it a break for a couple of days. I probably will go back to singing tomorrow, assuming I'm feeling fine. And the music alternates between guitar and keyboard. So like Wednesday was like I played my little lounge act, which is actually pretty good. I'll get some more Diet Coke if I need it. And today I dink around on one of my guitars. Well, there you go. But you know, because it's content that I do a lot, I actually have I have you're in for a lot of. If you watch me, you're in for a lot of content. As I say, it's not necessarily, you know, wildly different every time, but it is what it is. All right, let's take a look. We're gonna look around here. Oh, that's pretty right there. I mean, it's bucolic. It's you know, rural. It's not an easy word to say, rural, but it is a word. It's actually in the dictionary, meaning a lot of farm and agricultural activities. I'm thinking. But this is probably the real Spain, like the real America is when you go out of the cities, you know? Ambient music, now that's fun. You know, ambient music is great for a couple of reasons. Like I was just thinking today, man, it'd be nice to have some ambient music for my stream. You know, sometimes when I'm just flying around, I don't really want to talk. But then I realized, you know what? It's just better if I yap during my streams, not play music during the flights and the other parts. Since you're going to get music during the second part. Now we're 14 miles out from Santiago, L-E-S-T. We're going to land there. Are we going to call them up and warn them that we're landing there? Probably not. But we are going to attempt to make a successful landing. It's a very interesting landing plane. It's got those two big wheels in the back and two in the front. You land on the back wheels, and then the front wheel comes down. It's very unusual. Oh, no, I take it back. You land on the front wheel, and then the back wheels come down, because the front wheel is much lower. You'll see it when we get the gear down. Every plane has their own quirks, has that little quirkiness, especially when it comes to landing, and this is one of them. Which is why I like to, you know, put a lot of flight time in them, and, you know, make sure I get those landings and takeoffs in there. All right, I'm checking all my engine instruments. Everything looks pretty good. Yeah, exactly. It gets kind of corny to have to plan out, I think, a musical interlude that's going to go along with, say, something you're doing in Flight Simulator. So I was actually thinking of playing one of my own, like my own musical background VODs instead of talking. But then I realized I talk a lot and I sing a lot, and it's just not great background music. So my musical segments don't make good background music, which is fine. I don't care. All right, what's our airspeed? We want to keep going. 150 is a little slow. We're at 4,300 feet. I have a feeling this runway is pretty high up. 10 miles out. Okay, at 5 miles out, we're going to start thinking about preparing our aeroplano for landing-o. And that means things like flaps down and gear down. Well, you know, if you put enough thought ahead, you can do a lot of stuff. I mean, like, for example, by having scenes set up in OBS Studio. I don't know if you ever... OBS Studio is pretty cool. Or having something like a Stream Deck or GoPro where you can hit a button and it will play like a 3-minute or 4-minute kind of exciting song or mellow song. I don't want to go that far. You know, it's not like I have a lot of viewership, and it's kind of a hobby for me. So what I do... Oh, now we're going fast. Okay, just slow. You know, what I basically do for my stream is things that I would be doing anyway if I wasn't streaming, you know. So, and I recommend people do that. No, don't try to pick up something special. If they want to stream, do something you normally do anyway, whatever that is. But I've been playing Flight Simulator like every day for 4 years now, so which is kind of... It's kind of an addiction, but I'm like, fuck it, let's just turn into some content. Plus, I'm a pretty good flyer here. All right, what did I say, 5 miles away? Okay, gear down. Or flaps down to 2 positions. Let's go flaps down 2 positions. Now it's got these speed brakes here. Let's try putting them on. The speed brakes are, you can kind of see them on the bottom of the wing there, I think. No, where are the speed brakes? I don't know, but they're out because it says speed brakes out, right? Yeah, 100. I don't know where they are. All right, let's keep it going. Actually, I'm going to put my speed brakes back. But at this speed, we can easily put out our landing gear. I guess those speed brakes are very effective. So there's, okay, we'll get a little jerky here. All right, there we go. What I mentioned is that the front wheel, and all the wheels are huge, but that front wheel is big and hangs out. So you land on the front wheel, and then you bring the back wheels down. All right, let's also get a line up here. All right, what's our airspeed? 109, kind of slow. We're going too slow. Yeah, in this plane, you don't want to stall out while approaching the landing here. What is our airspeed? 115. Marginal. But at least it's a good approach. We're a little high up, actually. I'm not too concerned about stalling. But as I said, what I'm going to do is try to, actually what we'll do it from here. You can see how this works here. Okay, slower. So you hit that front wheel first. And then the back wheels come down after that. They're still up. And then you can brake. A little cockeyed there because I was from the side. It's hard to see. Okay, flaps up. It's kind of interesting. It's just interesting how that works. Very few planes land on the front wheel that are tricycle gear. You're supposed to land kind of at the same time, I think. All right. By the way, this is a huge airport. What is this? Oh, it's Santiago, Spain. So we're going to take a little screenshot here. Getting close to that 1 hour mark, especially after I do a screenshot or two. We'll get close to this control tower building over here. You know, leave this up here. Because I always want to like capture the memory in a postcard that I emailed to myself. Wow, it's so good. It's actually not massive, but it's just ungainly. It also doesn't maneuver very well, especially on the ground because of the lack of a tail, no rudder. So when you maneuver, what happens is it opens up those little things. So it's a rudder. That's the rudder effect there. And the speed brake, what is the speed brake? We turn the speed brake to on. Where are they? They got to be visible. Okay, yeah, the speed brakes are those kind of orange things at the back there. So if you see them on the back of the tail, on the very tail, those are the speed brakes. Oh, and there's like a bunch of sets of them. Okay, interesting. They're very effective. Okay, parking brake is on. We're gonna open up the canopy. Good sound effects too. That's what it looks like. We successfully landed. We didn't smash too much into anything, unlike the previous time. We're gonna get us a nice screenshot. Again, this is not my. I mean, it's got some nice detailing, but it's still not the best. It's not certainly not the coolest livery. You get like 15 for this for the Horton HO225 or whatever it is. All right, we're gonna get out of the plane for the screenshot. So it gives us more flexibility, and we don't have to have all that extra stuff there. I kind of wanted to get this building there in the back. So we're going to do kind of a rear shot here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There we go. Oh, yeah. Very nice. Dramatic. There we go. A little lower. That's good enough. Maybe we'll take a second one. I'm always looking for something dramatic I can put on my Twitter feed. Well, again, it is... based on a real... The Germans were really into flying wings. They had a couple. They had this Jet 1 prototype, and they had one that was shown in Raiders of the Lost Ark, which has 2 pusher props behind it, and it's quite a bit bigger. It has you can carry at least 2 passengers in it. This was kind of the fighter, actually, the jet fighter. I don't know if they ever really produced this during the war, because of the lack of jet engines. Let's see, we got the chocks out, which is kind of cool. You can see the landing gear. Okay, we get back in plane. There we go. All right. So how are we going to get this plane to shut it down? Well, it's not hard. Both engines, you can turn the ignition off. Go ahead and turn your fuel valves to closed. Alternators off. They're not doing anything. And your fuel pumps. And then your engines will take... It takes a little while for them to spin down. Always got that ladder back there. So to get out of the plane, you can walk over that section that's marked in red. I just love that kind of detailing. Like, that's the part where you can step on the wing to walk all the way to the back of the wing and then get on the ladder. And I just like those detailings, you know. But, of course, I did pay $15, maybe $20 for these. It was on sale, though. But I'm getting my money's worth out of it. I'm really enjoying it. So, yeah, it's a beautiful day in Spain. This is what it looks like from here. Let's see. All the views. There's the view of the front. Okay, these are just interior views. Oh yeah, we can probably turn that off. Well, you turn that off as you click here. For some strange reason. All right, that's fine. All right, give me a few minutes. I'm just gonna play guitar for a bit. We're gonna switch to the music category. I'm gonna put on a thing. I got my guitar right here. It's literally not gonna take very much time. I may or may not. I'm probably not gonna sing anything. So. You know, it's just going to be me doodling away. Also, normally I do karaoke, and I just don't feel like it today. We'll see. Maybe I might change. You know me, I'm very mercurial. I could change my mind. It is my stream. But if you also notice not many people here, it's because not many people come here. But most of my views come later on the YouTube VODs. By the way, I stream live on Twitch and YouTube. And most of the people who see me are watching after the fact, so I don't get too worried about whether there's people here. But there'll be some people coming on the weekends, I know too. So we'll see. If you're looking for more Flight Simulator content, that will be tomorrow and the next day and the day after that. Basically every day except for Tuesdays and Thursdays. But I'm going to be switching over to music, and I'm going to run my little mid-roll. And after that, it'll be music stuff. And thus, as promised, there's musical content. Don't want to be the kind of person who doesn't deliver. Yeah, I'd like to talk a little bit about my guitar collection. I do switch. That's one other thing. Besides having different planes I can fly around for the simulator segment, I have a roughly 15, not all of them are here, one's at work, 15 guitars, and I kind of switch around between them. Like I have 3 Fenders, and I'll play the Fenders, and then I have like 3, this is an Epiphone Les Paul, and I got 2 Gibson Les Pauls. I got this Schecter, this Hellraiser, and I got PRS on the wall back there, and a few other guitars, and they're kind of hidden, you know, kind of strewn around this house and stands. They're not in cases because I want to be able to, you know, grab them. So what this one is, this one's got that amazingly long name. I mean, it's an Epiphone. Okay, fine. It's an Epiphone Les Paul. Okay, it says Les Paul. I'll read to you. It says Les Paul Limited Edition Custom Lee Malia Signature. That's because Lee Malia Signatures is on the back here. Who's Lee Malia? I'll tell you in a second. And but technically, this is also called an Artisan. The Les Paul Artisan. It's based on a model that was above the custom. It was made in the 70s. It was made of a hunk of wood. Usually had 3 pickups, but it didn't look necessarily like this. But it looked like a Les Paul, but it had this really cool exact pattern of these inlays, and there's like 100 inlays on this thing. And it's an amazingly kind of fancy guitar, especially for an Epiphone. This is one of the ones that are made in Indonesia. This is one of my favorite guitars. Now I've also made some modifications. If you bought this guitar, and it was a limited run, they don't make them anymore. If you bought this guitar, it did not have a humbucker in this position. It had a single coil pickup in this position. Didn't like it. Didn't like that single coil. So I quickly decided to get the snippers out and snip it off and put a different one in. So, you know, I'm like, it's not like a valuable vintage guitar, but that really made this guitar good. You're listening to both pickups. This is the mid position. Isn't it? Let's see. Hold on a second. If you get these pickups aligned just right, it starts to give them this really very loud kind of shimmery sound. You gotta kind of dig around a little bit. Warm up. Anyway, but my meat is playing REM songs. But it is what it is. really nice tone to it. It's tuned up too. I also like playing some like Leonard Cohen songs. What's the name of that Leonard Cohen song I like to do? Yeah, where's my capo? My gear. I've been playing for a long time. I'm not really that good. This is a song called If It Be Your Will by Leonard Cohen. If I remember how to play it. That I speak no more, and my voice be still, as it was before. I will speak no more, I shall abide until I am spoken for. If it be your will, if it be your will, that a voice be true from this broken hill, I will sing to you from this broken hill. All your praises, they shall ring. If it be your will, let me sing. If it be your will, if there is a choice, let the rivers fill. Let the hills rejoice. Let your mercy spill on these burning hearts in hell. If it be your will to make us well, and now draw us near. Time, all your children here in their rags of light, in the rags of night, all dressed to kill, and end this night, if it be your will. Okay, well, I also like to do some of these, like a James Sosa. This is not going to be with a pick, though. It's just fingerstyle here. Yeah, one. What song should I do? Sir. Do, do, do. Goes like this. Hello, lyrics, please. If I click here, will you give me lyrics? Correct lyrics. Wait, it's really taking me a while to get to here, isn't it? Hold on a second. Oh yeah, that's Fire and Rain. Something in the way she moves. Oh wait. We're just opening like 85,000 times. There's something in the way she moves. Looks my way or calls my name. That seems to leave this troubled world behind. If I'm feeling down and blue, troubled by some foolish game, she always seems to make me change my mind. And I feel fine anytime she's around me now. She's around me now, almost all the time. And if I'm well, you can tell that she's been with me now. She's been with me now quite a long time, and I feel fine. Every now and then the things I lean on lose their meaning, and I find myself careening to the places where I should not let me go. But she has the power to go where no one else can find me. Yes, and silently remind me the happiness, good times that I've known. Lord, it's there, I just got to go now. It isn't what she's got to say, how she thinks or where she's been. To me, the words are nice the way they sound. I guess I'd like to hear them best that way. Doesn't much matter what they mean, but she says them mostly just to calm me down. And I feel fine anytime she's around me now. And she's around me now, almost all the time. And if I'm well, you can tell that she's been with me now. And she's been with me now quite a long, long time. Yes, and I feel fine. Thank you. In my mind, I'm going to Carolina. Can't you see the sunshine? Can't you just feel the moonshine? Ain't it just like a friend of mine hit me from behind? Yes, I'm going to Carolina in my mind. Well, carrot cheese, a silver sun. Carrot cheese, a silver sun. Let's walk away and watch it shining. Watch her, watch the morning come. A silver tear appearing now. I'm crying. Ain't I'm going to Carolina in my mind. Ain't no doubt in no one's mind. Love's the finest thing around. Whisper something soft and kind. Hey babe, the sky's on fire. I'm dying, ain't I? I'm going to Carolina in my mind. Well, in my mind, I'm going to Carolina. Can't you see the sunshine? Can't you just feel the moonshine? And ain't it just like a friend of mine to hit me from behind? Yes, I'm going to Carolina in my mind. Dark and silent late last night, I think I might have heard that highway calling. Geese in flight and dogs a biting. And signs that might be omens say I'm going to Carolina in my mind. With a holy host of others standing around me. Still I'm on the dark side of the moon. And it seems like it goes on like this forever. You must forgive me if I'm up and gone to Carolina in my mind. In my mind, I'm going to Carolina. Can't you see the sunshine? Can't you just feel the moonshine? Ain't it just like a friend of mine? Hit me from behind. Yes, I'm going to Carolina in my mind. A little short version. A couple of James Taylor songs I like to do. What else do I like to do? Oh, I like to do this song. I like to do a song. It's called. This is a newer song. Those songs are from the 70s. This is from 2006, I think, 2009. So roughly a new song. It's called "Modern Jesus" by Portugal the Man. How's my tune doing? Come on in, take a seat next to me. You know we got what you need. We may be liars preaching to choirs, but we can sell your dreams. You don't need sympathy, they got a pill for everything. Just take that dark cloud, bring it out to wash it down, but don't pray for us. We don't need no minor Jesus to roll with us. The only rule we need is never giving up. The only faith we have is faith in us. We are the ones who start little fires, yet they burn out. When they're on the rise, they can't help but shine. And when the wave approaches, take our ashes to the ocean. Who cares if hell awaits? We're having drinks at Heaven's Gate, but don't pray for us. We don't need no minor Jesus to go with us. The only rule we need is never giving up. The only faith we have is faith in us. We know that we're helpless, at least that's what we assume, but we don't need to prove nothing to you. Let's all stay cool. You don't want to feel blue, and we won't sell you nothing well you can't use. Don't pray for us, We don't need no minor Jesus to roll with us. The only rule we need is never giving up. The only faith we have is faith in us. That's one of my song I really take. You know the other song I'm going to do? I'm going to need the lyrics because I've forgotten them. But it's a killer. One of my favorite bands is The Killers. They're still pretty current. It's called Spaceman. So let me just bring up the lyrics here. It's not a really well-known Killers song. It's probably the one of the least ones. I don't think they need a cape of one. It kind of... Facts. Oops. Gotta work on this song. I've been in a while. Started with a low light. Next thing they knew, they ripped me from my bed. Then they took my blood type. Left a strange impression in my head. Know that I was hoping that I could leave this star-crossed world behind when they cut me open. I guess that changed my mind, and I know I might have just flown too far from the floor this time, 'cause they're calling me by my name, and they're zipping white light beams disregarding bombs and satellites. That was the turning point. Oh, what a lonely night. Star Maker says it ain't so bad. Dream Maker's gonna make you mad. Spaceman says everybody look down. It's all in your mind. But now I'm back at home and I'm looking forward to this life I live. Know it's gonna haunt me. There's hesitation to this life I give. You think you might cross over. The lyrics. Crossing between the devil and the deep blue sea. You better look it over before you make that leap. And I know I might have flown to hear those voices at night. Sometimes they justify my claim, and the public don't dwell on my planned transmission 'cause it wasn't televised. That was the turning point. Oh, what a lonely night. Star Maker says it ain't so bad. Dream Maker's gonna make you mad. Spaceman says everybody look down. It's all in your mind. Star Maker says it ain't so bad. Dream Maker's gonna make you mad. Spaceman says everybody look down. It's all in your mind. My global position systems are vocally addressed. They say the Nile used to run from east to west. They say the Nile used to run from east to west. I'm blind, but I hear those voices at night sometimes. Star Maker says it ain't so bad. Dream Maker's gonna make you mad. Spaceman says everybody look down. It's all in your mind. Star Maker says it ain't so bad. Dream Maker's gonna make you mad. Spaceman says everybody look down. It's all in your mind. All in my mind. All in my mind. That's basically, it's a rough song. It's under rough because I'm rough. Yeah, chords, you know. Close enough for government work. All right, what's okay? We got to do. This is just instrumental because I'm in my. Thank you very much. I mean, it's not, but thank you. I'm gonna give my voice a rest. Hello, Diet Coke. Play a kind of instrumental version of a song, actually written by a friend of mine. But it's just kind of a guitar, you know. It's called Hoaxes. It has a singing part, but I don't do it. Yeah, please do. Or have a Discord server, by the way. I don't know if it's linked on my Twitch. Did that do anything? Probably not. Together. Let me just post one in the chat here. Hold on 1 second here. I think I can do it. Like here. Well, typically links are not allowed if you're not a VIP or higher or a mod, yeah. But yes, go. I would just, you can spam my very quiet Discord. You know what I mean, with stuff. You should be able to get in there. So yeah, typically no on Twitch unless you have special permission. You should be able, let me know if you can't get in through there. There you go. Thank you for dropping by. I don't think it has any requirements to read the rules or anything. It's the most basic Discord server you can come up with. I'm like, yeah, like nobody's here. But if you do want to communicate with me, it's not a bad way since I do monitor my Discord notifications, as opposed to Twitch. You can also comment on Twitch. You can use whispers on Twitch. You can go to YouTube. If you're on YouTube, you want to talk to me. There's YouTube kind of direct messaging, things like that. So. No, it's just due to laziness and no actual activity there. All right, what was the other one I wanted to do? Oh, yeah. I should bring the lyrics up just in case I forgot it, though. Is it? Yeah, that's pretty much it. This song is in my wheelhouse, and people know it, so, It's plus super easy to play. Medium easy. It's called House of the Rising Sun. It's about animals. I like them too. They're very cheap. They're like $30 headphones. There is a house in New Orleans. They call the rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor boy, and God She sewed 9 new blue jeans. My father was a gambling man down in New Orleans. Now the only thing a gambler needs is a suitcase and a trunk. And the only time he's satisfied is when he's all drunk. He's on a trump? Who knows? Oh, mothers, tell your children not to do as I have done. Spend your lives in sin and misery in the house of the rising sun. Now I got one foot on the platform and another foot on the train. I'm going back to New Orleans to wear that ball and chain. Well, there is a house in New Orleans they call the Rising Sun. And it's been the ruin of many a poor boy. And God, I know. No, I love it. You know, at least my, you know, whatever else in the poem, my choice in songs is not bad. I'm not going to claim that my choice is. It's just, you know, it's just a performance. It's like a home performance, but that's fine. Okay, probably the last song because I'm feeling like I need to do some things and get back to work. But there'll be more, again, more streaming soon, like tomorrow, the day after. Hold on, what do I got here? At least this is another song that everyone likes. Goes like this. I wonder if I can play it. It hasn't been a while. This is going to be a challenge. I'm almost done with the Diet Coke, though. You know when the Diet Coke's done, the stream is finished. Diet Coke. No one knows what it's like the bad man, to be the sad man behind blue eyes. No one knows what it's like be hated, to be faded, to telling only lies. But my dreams, their heart is empty, as my conscience seems to be. I have hours, only lonely. I love his vengeance, it's never free. No one knows what it's like to feel these feelings like I do, and I blame you. No one bites back as hard on their anger. None of my pain and woe will can't show through. My dreams, the bed is empty, as my conscience seems to be. I have hours, only lonely. Love is vengeance, it's never free. When my fist clenches, cracking open, or I use it, lose my cool. When I smile, please tell me some bad news, for I laugh and act like a fool. If I swallow anything evil, put your finger down my throat. If I shiver, please give me a blanket. Keep me warm, let me wear your coat. No one knows what it's like, be the bad man, to be the sad man behind blue eyes. Even when you take away the amazing orchestration and the vocal and all the backing vocals, which you kind of need in your play, I always play the back of my head. You know, it's still a great song, an amazing song as a solo song. I don't know if the other Who songs are really such great solo songs. I don't know if it's, anyway, it's what it is. Okay, I'm gonna back to my face cam here, back to here because I want to just whiff off my headphones. I want to say thank you everyone who might have dropped by, said hello, said why, joined my Discord. Why not? Why the hell not? I'm going to say goodbye for today and just kind of sign off for the day. I mean, it would have been only like an hour and 40 minutes, but that's kind of typical for my weekday streams. I like to stream a little bit longer, sometimes on Friday if I'm feeling up for it, but usually Saturdays and Sundays I go like to go about 2 hours. I mean, this is a hobby and I am working effectively as a full-time software engineer during the times that I'm not streaming. So I'm not sitting around retired or anything like that. Look at that great guitar. It is a pretty guitar though. I mean, check out the backside. It's like it looks like one piece of wood, but it's not. It's a veneer. They're veneered. It's oak veneer on top of a walnut. It's on top of mahogany. Walnut veneer on top of mahogany. So I mean, it looks like one piece of wood, but it's not. That's fine. You know, I mean, I don't really care. It's heavy. This is what I call my zombie protection guitar. If the zombies arrive, I'm gonna be swinging it, from this direction because it's got a thick neck, it's strong, and it's heavy. So I think I could take out quite a few zombies with this guitar. I'm not too concerned about it, but yeah, this is the first guitar I grab in case of zombie attack, among other things. Anyway, thanks again for dropping by, and again, be sure to, if you're watching me on the old YouTube VODs and you want to be alerted for any reason, you can subscribe for free. And I'm not a monetizer, there's no commercials on YouTube. Hint to the Twitch users. Anyway, but I do gotta go. I'm not gonna raid anyone or anything like that. It's that kind of day. Sometimes I raid Carol Burnett. We'll talk about that some other time. I do that about half the time. Other times I just give my little ending roll. I say, remember, 11:30 a.m. now. Tomorrow will be 11:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. But remember, if you're not in America, Sunday is our daylight savings time. So we spring forward. So Sundays will be at an hour random time. But I'd like to keep a very consistent start time. That way, it's kind of like a schedule. People know when I'm going to stream. But of course it'll be flight simulator content. Maybe we'll fly a completely different plane that we flew today. Well, we will. Than either the ones we flew today in a completely different place. So even I don't know which plane and where it'll be. So that's always exciting. You never know. Sometimes I buy new planes. I just bought a bunch though. All right. Thanks again and see you next time, everybody. Oh, ending. This one here. Not the mid-roll.